Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you're having a grand day. And if you're watching video live, happy new year. I wanted to ring the new year in by actually making a new addition to my Starfield outpost. This is the one that I've been kind of growing quite heavily. Actually, for those who haven't seen it, let me give you a wee little panoramic view. So basically, I have been slowly growing this outpost on Mars for ages, kind of adding a new structure each time. This is the one we added a couple of weeks ago. I think it was, yeah, it was that one. And as you see, I've got all these landing pads, big landing pad, kind of main hab area. And I've had this big tower here for ages, and I hadn't actually decorated the inside at all. I've got a couple of these little empty buildings, same with these ones here, which I need to decorate. But this one was bothering me a lot, because I was like, right, is it going to look good? How do I make it look good? What am I going to do with it? And it turned out really, really well, so I'm gonna show it to you now. Also, it was quite a kind of nice way to start the year. So one thing I don't like about this tower, to get the negative out of the way, is the fact that it is, one, it's concrete. Bethesda have this horrific thing they do with all of their prefabs. They shove them on this ugly-ass piece of concrete. This one, they don't. You see, this big landing pad isn't on concrete, on textured, cool-looking metal. This thing, with the ugly-ass concrete. I don't know who it is. I swear it's one person. I need to stab them. But other than that, it's actually quite a cool little structure. It makes for a nice set piece next to something else. Decorating the outside, I did keep pretty matching with what I've done before. So you see, so I've just mostly used, there's a bit of chemicals there. Mostly used like a little bit of the industrial stuff. You can only put certain things on the concrete. So for example, I couldn't put any of the containers on, and due to the way the clipping works in this, you do sometimes struggle with kind of putting stuff next to each other. But I kind of made it busy enough. But the big area is obviously that top bit up there. It is also very, very tall. And one thing about these little corridor areas, I was kind of like, do I over-decorate them? Do I put loads of stuff? So I put bits and pieces. You will see a little bit, always makes me laugh, by the way. Check this out. It's where the lighting engine gets confused. So I've put a few signs up, but not very much. I've kind of kept the corridors kind of like there's stuff in there, so they don't look really barren. But it's not too much. I've kind of tried to... With what I'm doing with this one, and especially my last one as well, is I'm trying to keep them as lore-friendly as possible. So the living quarters I can be a little bit more cluttery with and be like, okay, I'm going to put loads of nonsense everywhere. But with these, it's like, okay, this is a working area. So I'm going to sort of, make them look like they, people work there. There's a semi-decent kind of tidiness. So right, with this, what I was going to do, okay, what do I use the Watchtower for? And my idea was kind of a monitoring area. I've got the satellite dish on the chop. It's the only one that could actually fit there. Technically, it's actually a solar panel, but don't tell anyone. And I really, really like the design I've gone with. I've really used loads of these workstations to make it like it's a monitoring area. This is, one of the main areas where people work. They're, keeping an eye on the traffic. They're doing loads of research. And it looks really, really cool. I know, like, Starfield gets some flack, and especially as a building side as well, the lack of, I say, structural elements is frustrating. But you can 100% make the interiors of these look completely like they don't look player made at all. They just look so cool. As you can see, I have done with this one and done a bit of junk decoration using misc, aid, and resource items. I'm going to do that with all of my stuff, but I'm going to keep it not too busy. So I see I've got quite a bit, but it's not like packed in the way that maybe my living quarters are, especially my player home, which I'm going to redo at some point because it's maybe a little bit too messy. But yeah, no, this whole vibe, I was really kind of like, what do I do with this area? Because it's also really awkward with this stairwell, because it's like, oh, well, you don't have much space. And it works. It works really, really well. Like, if you just saw this, it's like, oh, yeah, this is an area in the game. And I'm really, really happy with it. And I hope this gives you guys a bit of inspiration for what you can use the area for as well. Because it's a nice little area. But I think, like a lot of us, we probably just put the actual structure down. Because it's like, oh, big watchtower. And then never decorated it. Plus, you may notice I did this as a nighttime one. Just because I thought it kind of, the lighting's kind of on point. And the views are awesome. Oh, Mars is like the coolest planet. It's not at all. But, it's iconic. And I just love look at that. My outpost is really coming along. I think I've got 2 more structures. In terms of build budget, let me just quickly show you guys. So I've got like more than I was expecting after decorating this. So I think I can kind of comfortably do 1 or 2, like kind of that scale. You see the one just behind the landing pad structures over there. and it should make it feel like a fully lived-in outpost. I think I need to up some skills a little bit so I can get some more people here right now, because it's only, I think I've only got like 2 or 3 people. But anywho, yeah, it's a bit of a short one. I wanted a kind of an easy video to start the year, and also something to get me motivated, because for the last December was a really crazy month for me, so I haven't really had much chance to actually kind of, you know, sit down and chill with a game like Starfield. Anywho, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. You can also follow me on the TikTok. I've been posting kind of smaller videos, kind of smaller abridged versions of these videos if it's your preferred platform, but also posting videos of my Warhammer models. I actually posted some of my Warbringer Nemesis Titan fully painted. I've fully painted, was it my Warlord? No, I've pictured a picture of my Warlord. I haven't actually shown the video of it yet. So basically, this is for Adeptus Titanicus, the Warhammer board game with the Titans, the big robots. I've now finished my Warlord, and I'm literally on the detailing of my Reavers, so you'll probably get a video of those tomorrow sometime. But anywho, I love you all, and you enjoy the rest of your week, and have a happy new year. You take care.